Hi everyone, hello my OG oldies, hashtag oldies, and hello if you're a newbie, and yeah, hang around if you like my vibe. So, God, I haven't done one like this for a long time because the laptop's usually sitting where this is. So yeah, welcome if you're new, my name's Claire, not Crystal, and I always have to get that out of the way because of the whole crystal clear visions. People might start calling me Crystal. It's not actually happened for years, but um, yeah, just in case. Um, and I've been saying it now for ages that it's just a thing. So, a few things going on here. So, I'm quite excited because I got some really strong downloads about what to do for Aquarius season. And basically, I'm just doing it. I used to do it that I would strictly do it like from Aquarius season, Pisces season, like. But just now it's like I'm being guided to, because I started on the 1st of December and I started on the 1st of January. I'm just going to do it from the 1st of the month. So it'll mean that it's like this is a bit of Aquarius season, and then the last week of it is Pisces season. But yeah, I'm quite excited about it because yeah, I've had quite a clear vision, excuse the pun, about what to do. So without going on about all of that, this and there's something. So wait a minute, this is what it's been like. This is what it's like all the time with me if you're new, so get used to it. You're either going to get how I channel or you're not, but I'm just going to be me, and that's a very Aquarius statement, as we're in Aquarius statement. That's what I've always been. Like I said, my gift is helping you find yours. So by me sharing my gift, it helps you find yours. But also, I'm very good at helping people work out what their gifts are. As I looked at 144, that's part of my twin flame mission. And the other part is just the more I just be myself, just as however I am that day, whether it's chilling or hyper or whatever, it really does give you permission to be who you are. You know what I mean? You might not be any of those things. You might be really quite quiet and whatever, but just be who you are. I've got a very quiet side too, believe it or not. You just don't get to see it a lot. Um, turning, I'm turning the heater down though. So what I was going to say there is, because everything I do is channeling and everything I do is healing. So although I'm using a lot of cards, and on the channel it is the majority of the time, it's always going to be that I've got cards kicking about somewhere because I've literally got hundreds and I'm always adding to I shouldn't be, but I always am adding to it. They're my passions. They're my medicine. Um so um but they are just tools. So, I don't need cards. I can read energy with absolutely anything. And actually, I'm going to be doing a wee bit more of that because, like, I used to do that and I haven't been doing as much. Actually, they're pulling my eyes to some of the things that I was going to use. So I wonder if I'm just meant to. Yeah, I might actually just build it into this. I wasn't planning on doing that. Because I've had these astro dice for like years as well, and I never really incorporate them. But so I might use them. But I've had another wee idea about what to. So anyway, so I'll either pull them into this or I'll do it another time. But yeah, everything I do is channeling. So, like I said, from the minute I start, it's all going to have something to do with whoever it's going to make sense to. And what I'm focusing on for the next week is I'm focusing on past lives because, like I've been saying a lot on the live streams and any of the videos, past lives are a huge part of my life, excuse the pun, but I really do feel the past life connections to pretty much everyone I meet. Like, I can think of when that's happened when I've literally just met somebody once and I get a palpable feeling of how we were connected. So it's really quite intense, but they're just guiding me to show that a wee bit more. So, and it's really to do with where certain planets are in my chart and everything like that. So this week, yeah, I'm going to focus on past lives, and then I think next week we'll focus on a bit of future energies. And I'm just going to go with the flow. I have got a sort of rough plan, but it's like what I done last month. But yeah, I'm quite excited about it. So let's just get into it. I'm going to try and not shout to it. It's like I've just had a bath and I feel like I've got water in my ears. So, but that always means something. Either somebody's not listening to what your higher guidance is trying to say to you. Yeah, or you're trying to hear what they're saying and you can't work it out. Like maybe somebody that's near to awakening and you don't know what it is that you're being told. So it's either someone knows what they're being told and they're ignoring it, or you actually can't work it out. So that's giving people a wee bit of a background for if this might resonate with you. So what I'm being guided to do here is I'm just going to burn some sage. Is it's so funny, like I looked up some past life spreads last night and screenshotted a few, and it was on the phone that I'm using, but I mean, that's not a problem, I would have found the same ones. But then I thought, oh, I'll just find the same ones on my other phone while I'm doing this, right? But then I found ones that I like even better, so I've changed so I'm going to just wing it with whatever card decks I'm led to, because they just guide me whatever I'm led to anyway. Everyone that's around here all the time knows that. Whatever I do, literally whatever I do, whatever I say is part of it. So if my hand's like it's called involuntary movement. I always get mixed up with saying involuntary and spontaneous, but it's a bit of both. Whatever I get guided to do, pick up halfway through, just cut a deck, it's part of it. So, ooh, and that just glitched. There's a glitch in the matrix. But I'll do that a bit slower. So, sending you some sage and providing some seconds of ASMR. But not do that too much or I'll be choking. So, somebody's choking to speak to you. Did you hear what I said there? Because I said I'll not do that too much. Somebody's dying to speak to you is what I'm hearing. So, oh yeah, and with the nature of everything I do being about twin flames, this is going to be for a twin flame out there, I would imagine. And we'll just, yeah, so I'll probably do the usual and go all over the place, but it's got some kind of structure because I'm going to use this past life spread, and yeah, I might use a different one tomorrow, who knows. Right, so look at the lighter I got myself. I'm awfully excited because it was like I'm sick of one ran out and then I couldn't find one, and then I borrowed one from my dad. I don't know if he's even noticed, but I mean, as if he's going to be bothered. But yeah, I love the rainbows. If you hadn't noticed, I love the rainbow frequency. I'm very much carry that rainbow frequency in my soul. So, and it's got a cute wee tin. So that's how I know I won't lose it. In fact, I'll put it back in there now. So I'm sure nobody's bothered with that bit, but I just wanted to share that. Right, so, these are, see, look, these are jumping. So I think this is what's quite funny about this, right? Like, this is not the plan, but somebody else's higher self has got a plan. So I feel there's a divine masculine energy that wants to give a message to a divine feminine. Oh look, and then look, I just said plan, and that says, I have a plan, but you have to trust me. And it was this one that fell, you mean the world to me. Oh my god, that's why. The silence is killing me. So look what I just said. Someone's choking to talk to you, someone's dying to talk to you. I've got a tarot reading on, I've got a tarot reading on you, and I can picture a life with you. I feel somebody's, and I'm overcoming childhood trauma. I feel, oh god, and then I've cried over you. Just come behind it. That's interesting because I picked up a card from another deck that said basically the same thing earlier on. So yeah, I actually feel this person can picture a life with you, even more like they're allowing themselves to picture a life with you, because I feel they've actually had an accurate tarot reading, energy reading, healing, something, and this person has been told that that's a possibility. Like, I also feel, oh my god, I also feel there's a lot of sad energy because someone's been told, like, you've been held back from having this with this person, and it's like they might feel like they can't, that they've missed the boat. Right, so this was not part of it. Listen, I'm laughing at that, saying I have a plan, but you have to trust me. That was not part of my plan. I wanted to do my nice little past life thing, but anyway, that jumped in. So all of that could be relevant to this. I'm assuming it will be for me if been led to them. But I think there's one card kicking. And look at this big pile. This is what happens to me. I do love it though, but it's kind of funny. It's like I needed a wee break. And actually, this is what's funny. This is me having a break. So I bet you this. I hope this doesn't end up being an hour or something, but it's however long it is. And actually, the fact that it's just my hand, it gives me a break actually. So if you're new here, I've just done 2 months in a row of basically being on camera. Is that right? Did I do it from Jan? Oh no, sorry, I tell a lie. I done every day of December, come hell or high water, being on camera, and January it was just my hands for most of it, and then yeah, for the past couple of weeks I've done it, or whatever the past week, whatever. But because like what I've said for everyone that's here all the time, like I really am meant to be showing up every day, and it would be better if I was on camera because I feel more people connect with it that way. But when I've asked before, people said they like a bit of both, so this is what I'm doing today. And the reason why is that, like I said, there are specific times in each of our astrology charts when it's wise to do that, and this is that time for me. So, and it's interesting because it's right. Oh my god, yeah, right as I'm doing, like, literally right this second. You could not make this shit up. It's 8:36 as I'm doing this, and that is literally when the moon shifts into Scorpio. So the moon is conjunct my Pluto right now, so this is really gonna, God, if you got secrets out there, they're gonna come out, put it that way. So this is a big pile of stuff. It's not, I was gonna say a pile of crap, but it's not crap, that I was led to. So now these are two of the many hundreds of magnets that are on my fridge. I've had some of these magnets for like 20 years, I'm not even kidding you. And it's like, I got, actually both of these are, well, no, at least one of them's from New York. Because when I went to New York, so there might be something about New York, so look out for that. But either in your past or in your present or your future, you could live in New York, you could be going to New York, you could have went to New York, but it's something to do in New York. But sorry, my stomach was rumbling there too. I've not long had my tea. Like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I went into this magical shop and it had all these quotes. And my sister was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I bought like so many journals with like quotes all over it. I bought about 20 magnets, and I'm not even exaggerating. I bought all this stuff, but the thing is, I've never regretted it because these things have always been on my fridge. They've been around my house and the many homes that I've lived in. And they've, like I like to say, I've literally brainwashed myself to follow that dream, and I'm living my dream because this is like my dream job. Like, this is, it's not, it's been far from easy. I would never claim it's been easy. And like, again, these are things that I can talk about on a personal session with people. I got absolutely brutally ripped out the matrix, meaning I was working in nurseries for, the best part of 15 years anyway, but it's really, I've worked in childcare like over 20 years. So like, if you do the maths, like I'm 40 in April, and yeah, been working in nursery since I was like 18, 19, and I was doing like a lot of babysitting and childminding stuff even before that, but or whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, I got thrown into all this work because I was always doing this, like, my, people close to me knew that I was very psychic and that I was a natural healer because I've been that since a child. But I was like basically thrown in it to follow it professionally, and yeah. So anyway, marriage it has been a bumpy night, but that's just, yeah. So that, I feel that's how it's happening for whoever this is going to connect with. That might be speaking to someone out there. Hopefully not though, because I wouldn't wish that. So, like, I always just recommend to people that if you're being led to follow your spiritual calling or whatever you want to call it, your dharma, it's wise to work on your dream while you've got your day job and then transition nicely. But it just doesn't happen like that for everyone. And it's made more and more sense as the years have went on why that happened to me. Because, I was talking about ascension and everything when I first started Crystal Clear Visions 9 years ago this year, but people weren't ready for it. Like, literally nobody was ready for it, if I'm honest. Like, people didn't get a lot of what was going on. Like, they loved to watch and stuff and join in, and I'd do the readings for people, but people didn't get what a lot of what I was talking about was about. And then obviously when I'd done a lot of the personal sessions, it worked out. I was like, wait, what the hell? Like, every single person was on the twin flame journey. And then that's what I've basically been helping with people all this time. And then why am I giving my life story? Yeah, and then it was a couple of years ago that I've just sort of said that out loud and been going deep into the stories. And yeah, if you think about it, that is my dream. But that's important, that these have been around my home, reminding me of that. But the dream unfolded as I went along. There might be something significant about amethyst. Yeah, but this was all a wee collection of stuff when I was tidying up that led to me. So I'll get into that whenever I'm meant to. Now, when I burp, that's when I'm clearing energy. But also it's made it worse because I just drank fizzy water. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why that all needs to come out. Probably because I've been in quiet prayer and contemplation all day that needs to come out. And by the way, I did see somebody commenting saying that they had, I think you'd said you'd had, I didn't read it properly because I've just been in this kind of daze. Like, I just always tell myself that when I'm in this space, I'll just reply to the comments when I'm more with it. But I did see something about a nightmare and spiritual warfare, and it's just so interesting because I experienced the exact same thing last night. Like, going in and out of like dreams, but it was just like there was parts that were more like a nightmare. It was more, it's hard to explain. It was like, well, I was getting down, I was being told stuff, but like at one point they were telling me something, it was like out of a film, and then, oh god, I can't even bother getting into it. If it comes up with these cards, I'll get into it. But it was, yeah, it was just all a bit. It was just shitty energy, basically. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, whether it's for me or whether it's for a message to pass on. Obviously, if it's a message to pass on, it'll end up coming out my mouth because it'll be what's somebody's need to hear. But just generally, it was like things that you've had a sense of and then getting confirmation. That's what the feeling was. But yeah, so whatever that means to someone. Right, okay, so now I didn't, full disclosure, I didn't pick this card, but what happened was when I opened the book, it opened up at this, right? So there could be something significant about the 29th, and that's interesting this month in particular, isn't it? Because it's the 29th of February, because it's a leap year. So there could be something about that, about leap years and stuff. So, um, so, um, let's just read this, because basically the whole point is, like, that wows me, because there's a lot of twin flame unions coming in, there's a lot of reunions, there's a lot that are not coming in right now, obviously, because it's just not time. So that's something that needs to be obviously acknowledged too, because there's a lot of excitement in the collective, there's a lot of people bringing the same message through, and I don't know about you, I can find it quite overwhelming, because it's like when you're in that state of surrender and detachment, and you've seen this for years. Like I've like I've been on YouTube watching this twin flame stuff unfold for years, and it's yeah, it's it's all very real, but you're better just take it on board and crack on as you bear, would be my opinion. Whether it's me or anyone else saying that, it's interesting, but really you're going to know after it happens. So anyway, but this is the twin flame card, to be honest, so I'm going to be giving a lot of similar messages that you will see elsewhere if you watch others, or if you just the same messages I bring through all the time. Because if you're new around here, welcome. Like I said that at the start, didn't I? But I'm a twin flame channel only, so I only bring through messages for twin flames, unless sometimes I'll bring through messages like world messages, and I do feel as the channel evolves and grows, I will naturally attract more people that aren't twin flames, because I do know that there are some people that watch that aren't twin flames. But yeah, everybody that actually comes to do work with me is I get drawn to 1804, which is my sign for union. That's also my birthday numbers. But it's because my birthday numbers also add up to the 4 of Wands, which is a union card. That's how I break that down. And I have been drawn to that several times, well, at least once. I've had a lot of songs too. I can't remember any of them. I put them in the community. Like I said, I'm not going to be firing on all cylinders, but in some ways I am, because I'm so sleepy. So I'm just going to let them put the message through me. But like I said, I do know this is a twin flame card, so I am going to read all of this, because I feel it might be very useful for some of the newly awakened people to hear, or if people need a reminder. I do remember from reading this before, there is something in it that I don't necessarily, it doesn't sort of resonate with me, so you might be the same, but we'll just read it. So, seeing the divine in the eyes of another, relationships with deep bonds, karmic connection, clearing illusionary projections, life-changing connection, transmuting dissonance, removing heart armour, that feels very relevant as we've just moved into a Scorpio moon, and being seen, teamwork, and that's what twin flames are. This powerful image represents the divine we see when we look deeply into the eyes of another. Our armour drops. When we meet another, being present in the moment with no stories, judgments, or insecurities. I felt a little overwhelmed and intimidated when I painted this card. I wasn't quite ready or didn't fully fathom the message. Then some months later I experienced it when I was looking into the eyes of my beloved. Shortly after, I encountered the divine in the eyes of a stranger when space was held for this surrendered openness. And that's why I always, like, you'll hear me say holding space quite a lot, and a lot of other people will say that as well when we're in chat and stuff, and it's because that's how important it is. Like, that it's actually really beautiful when you witness that, when you witness somebody else holding space for someone, or when you do that for someone, or when someone does it for you. we don't always need all these words, you know what I mean? Like someone's presence can be enough to hold the energy, which is very key to shamanic work as well. So you kind of notice that with me, but well, not kind of, you'll notice that with me when I do any kind of silent healing or prayer, when I'm doing the shorts and stuff. Like that's what I say, like I'm holding the intention, and I can really hold a lot of energy for a group, which is very challenging, or for one person. So yeah, basically it pays to do that deep inner work, which is what Scorpio moon's for. So but we all need a break too, and like I said, this is a wee bit of my break right now. Like I've rested all day, so I've got energy to do this. Right, so when we see the person standing before us as the gods and goddesses they are, it's a reminder that we are what we perceive in others. But also, when we drop into the mindless space of pure essence, we might see the world seeing us, seeing them, seeing the infinite eternal, allowing all that is. Many people are seeking their twin flame. As I think that's the word, and I don't like, because it's like, oh my god, and that's funny. It just it just reads 21 and now 21:11. That's yeah. So I'm saying twin flame pretty much near enough when it's my twin flames numbers. And again, get used to that. That happens around here all the time too, and it happens to me when I'm not doing stuff as well. But 21 is the world coming full circle, karmic completion, karmic lessons, and that's kind of what this card is about. But people that are seeking their twin flame, a lot of the time I think those people aren't a twin flame, because you don't need to seek a twin flame. You just are one, and it's like that energy will hound you. So do you know what I mean? But anyway, some may differ with that, but that's the way that I see it. You don't need to seek it; it will come and find you. As life changes, like the energy and the person when they wake up, as life changing, world rocking, and unfathomably beautiful finding this soul can be, is quite possibly, this is about as accurate, one of the most intensely confronting, trigger provoking, and sometimes painful connections we can have. No coincidence. We've reached we've moved into a Scorpio moon, and also it's no coincidence even led me to my twin flames number, because he's a Scorpio, but also I'm a Scorpio rising. Like I've said before, me and him are what I would call a Plutonian pair of twins. It's not for the faint of heart. It's got its benefits, but it's also got its very intenseness, that's what I would say. Think 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey. Minus all the other shit, well, it's just, the love story part of it is very, I think, yeah, a lot of intense eye contact and yeah, intense basically. Right, so, where did we get to here? Those who are most dear to us can bring us to our greatest growth. Yeah, which is what divine feminines do for divine masculines. Divine masculines also do that for divine feminines. That's really interesting, because I've just realised I haven't published, well, it's not a big deal, but I haven't published the shorts yet for tomorrow, because I usually do it the night before. And that in itself could be trigger provoking for others. But very interesting the way the cards unfolded and everything like that. But it was really, yeah, Ash said a really quite beautiful, actually, let's see if that comes out again. Ash said quite a beautiful thing where there was a card that came out that said, I don't know, it was one of these ones that was about, like, I'm so proud of you for, I don't know, I'm so proud of you for going through what you're going through, or something like that. And I was like, God, that's, whatever it says, it was exactly what I had been thinking about the same day. Oh, that's what it was. I just said, like, I was just thinking about how grateful I am for some of the lessons that I've had on this twin flame journey. Like from, because again, this is when you're a true twin flame, you get this, right? That your twin flame is always teaching you energetically, or literally for some as well. It's kind of like that, like as in physically. It's but it doesn't always need to be that, and it isn't that for a lot of us. It's at first, and then obviously it will be when you spend time with them. Not even like in union, just when you get to know them again. But it's, yeah, I was just sort of thinking about, like, God, this has been a total, it still is a roller coaster, but I'm just really grateful for yeah, for just the lessons that I feel I've had from his higher self guiding me and like teaching me to really love myself properly. Like even like I could just feel that energy, like, that's what's weird when, yeah, like that's why I always say, like, God, I can't be working all this chat because it takes ages, but anyway, it's part of it. And like I said, I'm probably gonna be a bit moany, because like I said, it is that part of my chart where I'm like this. And then at some point tomorrow I magically transform, and that's why I've got no clients today, but I've got a beautiful client tomorrow. Hello, you know who you are. And actually, I really do feel this Plutonian vibe might be speaking to you too, but you can let me know. Basically, what was I just saying there? It left me. Yeah, it's just that really. It's just really sort of reflecting on how much I've grown. That's it. So maybe if me thinking that about me, maybe that's what my twin flame's reflecting on for himself or whoever it is that's going to connect with this. Like, you're going through a similar. Like, let's face it, that's all twin flames. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, I can feel a lot of energy at the crown. Right, so let's just see. I can't remember what card it was exactly, but you'll see when I'll publish it around the same time I publish this. And yeah, anyway, it was kind of funny. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to start saying. It's people that are here all the time. Look how tongue tied I'm getting. This is why it's like, God, I'm even going to be able to do a video. This is why it's important to rest, right? Which I have done, but like I said, it's just interesting. From personal experience of having my own personal readings or me reading my own energy about stuff like this, how the higher self comes through, like, you know, like all this shit, you mean the world to me. That could be someone's twin flame's higher self, but their actual physical self, or 3D as some people like to call it, it's not really a term I use too often, but whatever, has not, like, they're not there. Like, the person could be spiritually asleep, could be like living it up, and could be like married and got a whole family with someone else, and you know, they don't, you're whirling about the subconscious, but it's not, it's the penny hasn't dropped fully yet, right? I'd normally explain it better. Although these cards often do feel like they are like conscious, don't they? Because it's like, I have a plan, but you have to trust me. I feel these, but anyway, just say that, like, say that's a higher self, right? And then that could be like, now the physical self is caught up with the higher self. But just like I said, like, I always say, like, you know, I keep things anonymous, but like, I've heard many different readings over the years, and I always just remember what, but you know, whether it's when I've spoke about when I've had other mediumship readings over the years, which again, from my own research with that, it's not great when you're a twin flame if you're getting a mediumship reading or a psychic reading or anything like that, or even a healing off of someone that isn't on the twin flame journey. In my personal experience, it's not that it's going to be bad, but they could absolutely give you wrong information. And it's not, you know, you don't make it personal about the person, but that's a thing. That is totally a thing. So, you know, which is why I feel I was guided to have like this abundance of skills, because it's like, I'm like, I can't claim to do like a fucking full live operation on you guys, right? Although I do spiritual surgery. That's basically what shamanic healing is. And because I'm a hypnotherapist, if it came to it and there was, and you know what I mean, and we needed to use hypnotherapy as a numbing tool to do an operation, I could. But anyway, I'm diving into my past life already as a shaman doctor, as Lexi put it once. But what I'm basically saying is like, I have got many different skills, being like a counsellor, a shaman, a hypnotherapist, a life coach, you know what I mean, a counsellor. And a lot of the time I forget the different things, but you know, it's so that I can help lots of different people on the twin flame journey. But the drawback for me, people might be like, oh wow, you know what I mean, I could be raking it in. No, because not everybody on this planet is a twin flame, regardless of what you might hear some experts saying that out that. No, I very much would love to feel that there is somebody special out there for everyone, a soulmate, but not everybody is a twin flame, because like I say, they just couldn't handle this the way that woman's just described it, and because that is what it's like. But, which is why I've known when other people feel like I'm totally going into that psychic detective, which is why I've known straight away when there's been the few people over the years that have claimed it with their twin flame, and they pop up with this random person, I see absolutely no sexual chemistry or link between them or anything. And if anything, I've seen, you know, what it looks like the person's skin's crawling, you know what I mean? It's like about the other person. You know what I mean? That's real time things I've seen. And then anything I'm talking about here, keeping it anonymous, yeah, I was spot on, because it's then later come out that it was like not their twin flame. Or people just slink off and then they come back and they're like, oh yeah, anyway, like I've said, rarely do I see people openly admit, oh, you know what, I thought this person was a twin flame, and it turns out they're not. Um, so anyway, there might be a bit of this involved. Oh, can I just say as well that so I've actually had confirmation of, like, through different signs and synchronicities of a lot of what I was channeling on the live. Now I keep thinking, I'm like, was that just last night, or that it was just last night? Um, about, oh no, wait a minute, it wasn't last night, it was Tuesday. So what I was channeling on Tuesday about, when I was specifically talking about um like the people that are in denial, that go, like, that go really far to basically run from this connection, and some people can, run right down the aisle towards the wrong person because, well, unfortunately, because either they're still spiritually asleep to the twin flame connection, or know that something's there but they're scared of it, in denial, and they get into something. But I have had confirmation of that, being relevant to some of the people out there on the twin flame journey. So praying for all those kind of connections that are like that. And it's kind of, it's one of these things, right, that, like, I've helped people with so many different things like this, right? And it would be shit if you're in that situation, so I'm sorry if you are, but it's, a lot can happen in a year. And I feel that's why they got me to channel about that film, because that film is literally called Give It a Year. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch the live I done on Tuesday, because this would probably be relevant. But that was basically about, a couple that have rushed into a marriage, and then they realise, like, 5 minutes into it, 6 months into it, but really that they can't stand each other. Like, they're not well suited. It was built on lust. Basically, that's not a firm foundation. But at the same time, it can also be that, like, if your twin flame gets into, like, a karmic marriage, because that's what it would be, if someone has done that, or, recently or in the past, or, because people can definitely be that there's karmic relationships, but, like, people can actually get married and have kids with people. It's, that you've got to look at it that way too. Do you know what I mean? That it's like, because that's what that is actually, I suppose, that film. That would be like, if we're seeing it as, like, if we're putting it twin flame context. Because in that film, they end up both meeting, well, he already knew who his person was and he was in denial. And she meets a new guy at work that, lights a spark in her that the husband doesn't. So, God, there's a lot going on today, isn't there? There's something around this. So again, if none of this is ringing true to you, it's not yours. But the way that I'm doing it is I'm homing in on being, because of the Pluto energy, like, I'm being in the Scorpio moon, I'm being more specific that this is going to be like a personal reading for someone. So it was meant to be that this is about a past life. So the next 30 minutes of that will be about that. But whatever all of this shit's got to do with it too. So yeah, I feel, let's just see, interesting though. Right, so or it could be like some of these other films I've channeled about, that the 33 is divine masculine, Jesus energy. So this divine masculine energy, that if I've a feeling it's probably going to be about a divine masculine, this, because most of the channelings I do are for divine masculine, can help divine feminines too, or it's for both of you. But just with me getting guided to that and what I've said, I feel this is going to be about a divine masculine energy, man or woman. We might actually be able to pick up with some of the cards I'm using whether it's a man or a woman. Because I'm going to do it that if a man or a woman, a male or a female, comes out the particular oracle cards I'm going to use, I'm going to do it that it's, oh no, I think I decided I wasn't going to specify, because if it's your past life, you could, that's really confusing. So say you're a female right now, right? When I pull out this card and it's a male, it could be that, like, you were that male in a past life, you know what I mean? You'll see what I mean in a minute. There's something about karmic marriages here. There's either something about a karmic marriage, or someone getting out of a karmic marriage, or it could be about engagement or divorces, or, so this is all, I've helped everyone with stuff. I've helped all different types of people with this over the years. So, but I feel there's a twin flame connection. Someone has awakened already, or they're going to awaken to the fact of who this twin flame is, or they've known and now they know on a deeper level. And it could be rocking their whole world apart because they're either already married to someone else, or it could be like some of these other films I've channeled about, that they were engaged to somebody. So but I was getting a lot of things about marriage. So, right, where did I get to with this? So just get the popcorn. If this isn't yours, then just, it's just watch like it's a film. I don't know. Those are the most dear to us that can bring us to our greatest growth. That is why spending extended periods with our family can be challenging. Ain't that the truth too? And remember, there's been a lot about karmic family coming up. So, and just to stress, because I know that can be very triggering to hear that, it's like, because I actually remember when I've had personal reasons before and things like that, if you said to me, it's like, it is important to know that though, that it's like, whether it's karmic friends is what it sounds like. Karmic friends is karmic friends, but it can be around you or your twin or both of you if you know similar people or whatever. But same people. But karmic family is like, that could be like, so say like a twin flame, divine masculine, male or female, is married or in a relationship or got children with someone else. Like, then karmic family can be that person's family. Or it can be the actual person they've got children with can be the karmic person, but it can actually be it's the person's family. So it's just, you'll know what one's yours, or maybe you don't, and this will help make it clear. When we can see and be seen, disarmoured and trusting, we can come to deeper love. However, the deepening process can trigger the release of outdated and unhealthy patterns. Thus, shadows may be brought to the surface to heal. Again, this is why this is completely divinely timed, as these always are, because it's a Scorpio moon, and that's what Scorpio moon's for. Scorpio moon's very spicy, it's very sexy, it's very intense, brilliant if you're getting down and dirty, all that kind of stuff, however, whatever floats your boat, but not so great if you're dealing with intense emotions, trying to run away from intense emotions. They're going to chase you. It could be a time of self-sabotage, so just look out for all these things. It would be good to sort of go the other way and dig deep into your feelings to see to analyze like a psychologist, like where you're self-sabotaging. Like, that's what I help people all the time, like to really look and release these unhealthy patterns. Like that said, when we feel safe in the arms of our beloved, our defences yield, so we fall further into our hearts. However, fear-based reflections and projections can surface in the place of deep vulnerability. And again, I always say Scorpio moon period is when everyone's shadows are out to play. So it can be a bit more prickly. Like, you could be a bit more sensitive and others can be a bit sensitive. So just, observe. Subconscious behaviours, including childhood patterning, can also present themselves. And we saw that card when I was shuffling them. It can seem as if our partner is provoking difficulties, bringing things up and making it feel like our whole world is about to fall apart. And again, that is what true twin flame connections are like. You don't need to be physically in each other's lives for that to happen. If the person has got access to seeing you as a mirror, like on social media, or just when they look in an actual mirror and they see you staring back at them, or they feel your energy, that can be triggering itself. Or in your dreams, you can't escape the person, basically. When you fully wake up, that you can't escape them, as you'll know if you're one of them. At this point, we may want to retreat, but if we can be truly present, our fears can fall away, and this becomes an expansive experience. And that's a little bit like if you've heard me describe, I mean, it's quite funny when I describe it, but I was at a shamanic circle once, and I had to do that thing where it's quite funny because they've mentioned it a few times on Love Island this season, but if you stare into a stranger's eyes for a couple of minutes, apparently you could fall in love, or you're meant to fall in love. Because I think they've done it on that program. I don't watch Married at First Sight or whatever, but I think they do that on that. But yeah, I done that at a shamanic group once with like an older man. But what it means is, it's not that you fall in love with. Well, I suppose some people could. It's that the ego, the person's like the person melts away, and you just basically kind of like you recognize that we're all one. Oh God, that sounds really deep. I mean, that is really deep. I'm really deep, but that is what happened. It was like, felt awkward at first, and then I felt the man's energy smiling back at me and my energy smiling back at him, and it's all the awkwardness kind of melts away when you fall into it. And that's what it would be like with you and your twin flame as well, you know what I mean, after you've moved through all the shitty bits, basically. So may the force be with you. I'm praying for us all. I have been praying for us all since the day I started this channel, but also particularly when I went to Roslyn Chapel, which is why I have this here as a little totem of that. So there could be some significance here about Mary Mary Magdalene and the Rose line there, because that's, if you've seen that film, I can never remember the name of the film, I'll put it down below, but I can never remember the name of the film. But yeah, I prayed on the summer solstice last year for all of our unions. So I really happen to feel that, you know, even if you hadn't subscribed yet, you're included in that if you want to be. So, because I pray for us all every day. Soul family, right, so, where did I get to here? I'm feeling a lot of the crown, by the way. I keep feeling heat in my crown, and that means it's going to be relevant to something. And I'm also wearing my purple leopard print jammies, and you can see there's the wee leopards trying to jump in here too. So leopard might be an animal that other people connect with as well. It's specifically jaguar for me, but whatever, big cat energy. When we have profound twin flame connection that feels beyond worlds and lifetimes, we bond with the other person so strongly that we choose to face the fire when we'd usually walk away. So yeah, that's when you're ready for union. And like I say, a lot of people are ready to come face to face with their divine mirror. Because, I don't know if you saw that, but the other card, well, I'll not pull it out, but it's the one that says Twin Flames, Your Passion Ignites. Like, I was just kicking about and I was like, oh God. And that's not been in the deck for months. Like, it was in a separate place. So that has meaning too, that it was like, it wasn't time and now it is. When we, I've just read that bit. Our passion drives us to seek resolution, to heal ourselves, to overcome barriers, no matter how confronting it may seem, because our partnership is worth it. That's what I feel this divine masculine, regardless of your gender, has been doing. So again, when I say this, it's going to be a lot of divine masculines have been guided to do this, or will be guided to do it. And when we can rise, we rise together. And I also keep hearing the Callum Scott song, Rise. So that's a beautiful song. You will listen to it. But like I mentioned it on the live or in the video recently, that it's basically, you know, oh yes, that's the one I was singing a lot because I like singing it. I've got my best suit on and I'm ready. And I won't sing anyway because the neighbours will hear me, but they both already think, what the fuck is she doing over there? Which is the thing I like singing. Because I do like singing, but so maybe this person likes singing too, but whether you're this person or this could be your twin. But also I really do feel, again, I don't chuck out names a lot, right? Because, well, I do actually when I'm specifically doing the mediumship, I do tend to chuck out names more, but when I'm doing the twin flame stuff, I just don't bother doing that. But when it comes in really strongly, I do. And so you'll see in the community tab, I do know that those names are relevant. And Callum must be relevant to someone because they just caught me a notice that, you know, that the singer of that song is called Callum. And then on Love Island just now, I feel the guy called Callum looks like that singer, which that's kind of weird. So again, so just disregard that if that isn't relevant. But I just feel when we mention it again, that's at some point, because these are timeless, I bet somebody finds this and either you're Callum or your person is, or it could even be a surname actually, or like McCallum, you know what I mean? Because that's quite a common surname in Scotland. Interesting. So somehow incredibly, the universe seamlessly aligns the place as the twin flames need healing. Their triggers may be synchronized so that when they feel uncertain. Oh wait a minute, and I can't say it, and I can say it, but so you need to slow down and ground your energy. I need to do that right now, but somebody that resonates with this does. They may feel uncentered, or there's codependence or imbalance, which is why I go on about codependence all the time, which is really funny because although I've known my twin flame, by the way, I was saying 20 years, it's actually, would you believe it? How hilarious is that? With me always going on about 21, because I don't just go on about it, I get fucking drawn to it, right? But it's like, my twin's birthday is the 21st of a month, right? But it's actually 21 years that we've that we've known each other this year, because it's now into a new year, obviously, and it's 14 years that I've been conscious that he's my twin flame, but I wasn't aware of what codependency was the whole time, so that's what I find quite interesting. But I've weirdly always helped people with things like this, but I was thinking about that even recently. Like, it's crazy how you can, you know, it is that old chestnut where you can help other people with things, but you're not so good at it yourself. Like, yeah, because there was a lot of, big periods of my life that I was actually in dynamics like this and didn't fucking realise it. And then, yeah, quite interesting now. But that's why now I don't tend to have really too many people around me because, yeah, that's what I'm guided to do is divine feminine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really protect my energy and have fierce boundaries. And I've still got lovely people around me, but I'm very, discerning about that. And like that's why I always stress that you have to, you know what I mean? You do have to go into quite a strong period of hermit mode to really peel back and notice all of that around you. But some people aren't willing to do it because it's too scary. But that's just, I'm only sharing what my journey's been, so I feel that resonate for some people. And that's why I think that thing keeps coming up. And again, this will be triggering, but they're getting me to say it because remember everything I'm saying and I'm just channeling the divine message. You cannot heal in the same place that caused you to be sick. You know what I mean? So, and I feel that will have different meanings for different people because I know that some people watching this, it's like you're well aware of that and you're excited to get away from different situations. As I look at the Three of Swords heartbreak card again, which is about divorce, and I only know that because it's like that reminds me because it's got the things on it. Look, heart, because I always just say it's heartbreak because I just do it quickly. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's more oracle cards that my soul vibes with. And then I just really get in the mood for tarot some days. I mean, I actually love the tarot when I'm in the mood for it. But yeah, heartbreak, suffering, grief, divorce, depression, loss, surgery. Oh my God. So look at what I said at the start. But it's, yeah, basically some people are, in the process of all that stuff going on. It can be very volatile space. If they find safety and love, they're willing to see and be seen. Their triggers can blossom into deep transformative healing for them both. But also, that's not just about like the obvious. Like people need to move away from people that they're getting divorced from or breaking up from or whatever. You're waiting for the lease of a house to whatever. I don't know. That can be like friends. You know what I mean? That you've realised that it's like I'm never going to be able to get stronger around these people because they don't want to see me shine. Do you know what I mean? Like they just put it bluntly. I think we've all been in situations like this. I certainly know I have, and it's a rude awakening because you're like you don't want to think like that about people that you call friends, but it is a real thing. Everyone's got unhealed shadows, and those people can change and they can grow, and then they'll have an awakening themselves when they're like, oh, I recognise that when that person was following their calling and shining, that I was threatened by that and subconsciously acted a bit weird. You'll have done it too. We'll have all done it. Like, and the thing is that's what I mean. It's like, it's really deep stuff, this. This healing can forge the foundations of long-term companionship. Alternatively, this completion could mark an ending. As the intense potency of a connection neutralises, the relationship may transform into a different kind of unconditional love. Harmonic flight shows us that when we harmonise our energies with that of another, in any form of relationship, we can soar to the sky. We can guide each other higher and higher by encouraging all that has been weighing us down to drop away. And again, I feel that's when people recognise where there's energy vampires around you, or specifically energy vampires, like people that basically don't want you to soar. Like that's just point blank, that is the case for a lot of people. But for some, it's not that harsh, and it's just like I said, it's the unhealed shadow parts of people that could evolve and grow and change, but then it'd be down to people's personal opinions, whether it's you or your person, whether you want to be around the same people. I tend to find a lot of people just don't, because you're over it and you're past it, and it's, you've moved on, but each to their own. I'd say that's quite a big one for family, you know what I mean? That it's like if you go through difficulty with family and then you spend time apart and you've got boundaries, and then someone genuinely has had a spiritual awakening of themselves and they're remorseful, then there can be hope there. But I mean, even that, I've not seen it a lot, to be honest. I have seen it though. I have seen it, but it's takes a lot of work. The person has to want to change. It's that coming in again from the other night. You cannot force people to change and grow. Not even your twin flame. That's what we were saying the other day as well. But ironically, when you just surrender and focus on yourself, if you're a divine feminine, your twin will start to mirror you and you'll meet when it's divine time. I wonder if that fated meeting card's going to come out, because I have got that deck. What you see in the eyes of another is a reflection of yourself. This card may be encouraging you to look at the bigger picture of a close relationship. A perceived challenge may be an illusion or a projection. This card may relate to family, teamwork, unity, and ways you can harmonise dissonance for deeper growth. So again, this doesn't need to be you and your twin flame. It could be any of these things I mentioned. Or it could be both, you know what I mean? The bonds you share give you the power to transmute your fears. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. Well, we know that that's already a thing for a lot of people, and I'd say whoever this is for. Now, let's get into these messages, because they're only long. Oh yeah, I was going to, wait a minute, let's see. They're sitting here, so just to remind ourselves, that was those messages. Now, if you're new around here, I was for a few months doing this. Well, it was more than a few months. I was doing it the past 2 years, but like this time last year, I was doing ones like this every day for like what, 3, 4, 5, I think the first 6 months. Like I just wasn't on camera because that was just the kind of year I was having. So that's why I've kind of missed doing it like this. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I do like twin flame love stories, you know what I mean? Basically. Twin flame therapy is what I call it. So, you mean the world to me. Let's get a wee feminine one. And I could get into what I was actually going to do. I can't wait to be alone with you. That one always comes out of Scorpio moon, so you can use your imagination what that's about, but it doesn't need to be so... It doesn't need to be so Scorpio. It just can be anything. And I believe in you. And I don't even mind that some think I'm crazy for believing you'll remember us, they'll see in time. I feel that's really picking up on what I was saying about someone was sleeping on this connection. They weren't spiritually awakened at all or as much as the counterpart, and now they are. Will you? Oh my God. What the fuck? Will you be my Valentine? And it's a couple of fucking weeks away. I can feel you missing me and I miss you too. Oh, sad face. And that one again, even if you express yourself by sending me a song, I'd love that. So that can mean loads of different things. That could be like getting, like you hearing a song and knowing it's from their higher self, or that could be the person literally sending you a song. Because I know I was talking to a twin flame not long ago, and like that's something that her and her twin flame do. But some of you might be like, oh God, lucky them, mine doesn't talk to me. And it's like, yeah, that's the situation that most of us are in. Anyway, so until it's time, guys, because right, okay, so right, so follow that dream. Somebody wants to follow that dream. Shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Somebody wants to go for it with a dream, basically. This is affirmation for today, and it's the horses always remind me of freedom. I begin the day by reminding myself that life supports me and wants me to be fulfilled and happy. Now, I only read affirmations, right, when I remember, which, you know, I like to do it on these ones, because I'm all about subconscious mind and affirmations. A lot of Louise Hay's work influences what I do. So just ignore the fact that it's February the 1st, right, because these are all timeless, right? So, and any other the ones you find, you could watch ones from 2 years ago, it can make sense. I'm not going to read all of this, but look, I've just noticed that's 21. So again, generally I would say that's about karmic completion and whatever, but it could have other significance. During the golden era of Atlantis, each of the high priests and priestesses, the 12... Oh, I'm not reading all of that. Blah, 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 blah. Explore the details. When you have all the facts, take decisions with wisdom and integrity, right? So somebody's been exploring all the details with a fine tooth comb before they make their decisions and act on something. I explore all the information before I take a decision. And they've got a past life connection to Atlantis. Now, this is interesting because I left this in here because when I love these cards, I haven't actually used them for years. I don't think I've even used them in this house. I might be wrong, but I don't remember using them in this house. Probably have at some point. But you've probably, if you're around all the time, you'll have heard me say now and again, or you might not have, but like I say fairly often, that I'm like a modern female Edgar Cayce because I buy books either on Audible or physical books. I'm surrounded in books in my house, right? There's just fucking books everywhere in every room. But I rarely actually physically read. It's not like I never read them, but I'll have intentions to and I don't. And it's because I get the downloads through them just being around me. It's weird, isn't it? But it's like I pick up crystal, like the amethyst, and I start saying all the shit that's connected to it, right? And it's like, but look at the card that Edgar Cayce messages. So I feel it's like whoever's going to resonate with this as well, it's like that could be significant, but I really just kind of wanted to show the Edgar Cayce card because it's cool. But you could just be getting loads of, downloads and messages coming to you. But I'll put him back and see if it comes out. That'd be crazy if it comes out. Right, and it's basically it's divine timing because I got led to that, and that's an Egyptian card. So far there's a past life connection to Atlantis and Egypt, and it's divine time for something. Divine time for your twin flame union, your passion ignites. It was genuinely the one that got drawn to it very soon. What you're asked for will happen soon in a happy way, and I feel it's got something to do with somebody's taking their time to decide what they want to do, and now they want to do it. But they're going to need you, if this is you, you're going to need to defend yourself. There's a lot of people that are not happy about this, and look at that, the shield and the shield. I've just realised that. You're going to need to protect your energy. Energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Oh, and that's why they must be getting me to say that about the 21 so much. It is the end of a cycle. Somebody's like learned their karmic lessons. The fears have stopped them in the past, but this person, when they get to this point, is going to overcome that. Who or what is triggering you? Again, Scorpio moon. So this actually is like real time energy, I would say, or it's going to be like Scorpio moonish energy whenever you've caught this in the future, kind of thing. But it's, yeah, who or what is triggering you? So you could be experiencing a lot of trigger at this time, but you are going to be blessed. Open yourself to receive. Those blessings are coming in. You might, pay it forward again. That's like when you, do nice things for other people, like donate or oh my god, I can't show you, but I can't show you because it's my. Wait a minute, why is my lock screen went on when I put the settings off? It's actually, I can show you here. It's fucking 21. How crazy is that? I couldn't show you because it was my niece's and then I just clicked off it, but well, there's something in this. This person or you has been learning a lot about spirituality and their awakening. Now this is a bit weird. Right, this is where it gets, it's annoying to explain it, but this is either past energy and this is what they're coming out of, or this is where this person still is, and everything I've just said is what they're stepping into when they're meant to, right? But I'm hiding my true feelings. I still secretly long for you. And we need time to heal and grow on our own first. So I feel this is what you've been doing, or you and your person have been doing. I still love you more than you'll ever know. Or this is like what someone's still in. So you'll know if it's yours. But yeah, call in protection. Black tourmaline's like notorious, I would say the best one. Any black crystal, but really black tourmaline's good for warding off negativity. So any jealousy or gossip or anything like that around this connection, which I feel there is that, make sure you got a bit of black tourmaline or just call on that energy, that crystal. And then look, awakening crystal. Like, it's just amazing when they make me find ones like this when I'm tidying up. Emotional healing. And that is what, wait a minute, actually, that would be a good thumbnail. But someone has got the clarity that they need. So this could actually literally be coming to someone in the Scorpio moon period over the next couple of days, but it doesn't need to be. Someone could have already went through this like a month ago in the last Scorpio moon or something. Or they're yet to. So emotional, oh wait a minute. Yeah, just in case I want to use them. And dwelling on the past and future keeps me from experiencing the power of now. I make a conscious choice to be present. I accept love now. I'm grateful for your love. So someone's ready to accept the love now that they pushed away. And then this was really quite moving actually, because I got drawn to this card that, like, someone from my past, a friend, that I haven't seen this person in years, but it was when I was in my dark night of the soul, going through a lot of I'd be here all night. Again, I will literally write a book about this one day, but I have already written bits and bobs of it. I just need to pull it all together. But yeah, onward. So you can imagine, and it was just, and I just read that she wrote something nice in it about, I know you're going through actually, it's quite funny because it was me and some of my other friends had brought this girl a blue orchid, and that's actually one of my favourites too. And she said something like, I remember when you brought me this when I was feeling blue, and and it was something about, actually I might just read that, wait a minute, because I think the words are going to have meaning. I saw this card, remembered the blue orchid you bought when you came to see me when I was feeling blue. I know things are hard for you just now and you might feel like giving up. Oh god, that's making me a bit upset. But this card is a wee reminder to keep going. You'll get there. With lots of love. That's actually... Yeah, and I always keep it on my mat. So wouldn't that be funny? Like, that's really interesting because that person was, we had a... Oh, she was a Scorpio too, and we had a really strong connection. And she really got when I spoke about my twin flame journey, and basically she was definitely a twin flame too. There was loads of mates, so I wouldn't. Yeah, if that's you, you know who you are, and I'm sending you love, and I hope you're doing well. Right, so yeah, because I think she'd be really quite touched to know that I still keep that card on my mantelpiece. So you can, because again, that's one of the rare people that's because there are some people I just part with. It wasn't that we fell out or anything. It was just the circumstances in which I was going through a really hard time. Yeah, just grew apart anyway. Right, so I was actually contemplating ending this video and then doing the past life stuff, but fuck it, we're just going to do it in the same one. But these ones won't be this long. Well, how do I know they might be? I think I might just whiz through this bit. Anyway, so as a past life that's heavily influencing my life now. So if this is for you, so I'm going to say it like it's for you, but bear in mind it could be for your person, right? Your twin flame. And I might just still keep saying that throughout the whole thing because I can't seem to not say it. So, what is a past life that's heavily influencing my life? So just to stress this, now some people might not get this. It's kind of like when I said I'm very connected to Edgar Casey. It doesn't mean I was Edgar Casey in a past life, at least I don't think so. but do you know what I'm saying? It's just there's scarily similar synchronicities. I see it as like that he's obviously one of my guiding influences. But I mean, some do believe that there can be that happening. But I mean, it's kind of like how you get so many people that feel connected to Mary Magdalene, me being one of them. So many people that are connected to Isis, again, me being one of them. They're two of my top runners, really. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a presence that the things I'm going to read are going to resonate. So I'm sure everyone knows that. But so I think some people get a wee bit carried away and egotistical and think, that they're the only one kind of thing. And it's like it's right. I'm sure all of this will unfold over time and we'll have deeper understandings, but it is. I can even understand when people feel that though, because it can feel very like that in the moment. Again, some of you will know I've had weird connection, amazing, but weird realizations talking to people about living out past lives. It's just, I can't even get in it. It's too hard to even explain. That was what happened to me a few weeks ago, and I've tried to explain it, and I still can't. So, I think actually when Michelle, I think it was Michelle. Sorry if it was not, but I think it was when Michelle said, "Do you think that we're all living out Mary Magdalene and Jesus energy? You know what I mean? Kind of, and yeah, I think that's. I wouldn't say everyone, because I've definitely met some twin flames that don't go on about Mary Magdalene as Jesus as much as I do, or some other people. So maybe some people feel closer to those energies than others, and but anyway, blah, blah, blah. King Solomon, ooh, legacy. Now, forgive me, guys, I know fuck all about history, honestly, which is really quite great for doing this work, because I'll channel it and then I find out and I'm like, oh my god. What's on the bottom? Helena Blavatsky initiation. So I feel that's about someone's spiritual awakening. Also 27th and the 29th. Oh, it's 29 again. Fucking hell, is somebody proposing to their... is a woman proposing to a man on this or something? There's stuff that keeps coming through about that, but I mean, that is what popped into my head. That's not really following the whole let the masculine take the lead thing, is it? But anyway, are we hyper independent women out there? Right, so that's funny. Dion Fortune as well, yeah, the ceremonial queen of power and light. Magic is the art of changing consciousness at will. So that, I've just opened the book up at that. Right, let's read King Solomon. So like I said, I might have a wee look at Helena Blavatsky as well, but this energy is either you're going to resonate with, or you feel like this could be an energy that your twin connects with. I'm going to use these cards all the time because I forgot how much I love them. Because this is the thing, I've actually never ever seen anybody using these. So if you see a whole shitload of people using these, they're probably secretly watching me and I'm inspired by. I'm just saying, I've literally never seen it. I don't know why, they're great cards. Anyway, so King Solomon, the magician king. King Solomon was the third and last king of the United Kingdom of Israel. Oh, following his father, King David, between 970 and 931 BCE, he is regarded as Israel's greatest king, bringing 40 years of peace and prosperity under his rule. Ancient times, the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah were at odds with one another. Under King David, they were united and stayed that way through King Solomon's reign. So again, somebody could be called David or Solomon. I mean, listen, Solomon isn't a name that I hear every day, but how do I know? It's like, but somebody could be called David. It doesn't need to be. But I do know actually a few people I've connected over the years and their twin flame is called Dave or David. Solomon held incredible wisdom during his reign and is regarded as one of the greatest magicians and exorcists of all time. Oh, interesting. So somebody could have a similar gift to me, because again, you're not really meant to use that word, but it's like, that is basically what shamans are. Some shamans won't do that heavy work, but it's like, it's like when I've said before, when I'm doing any kind of session with someone, a lot of the time it's basically deliverance, right? That's why I'm going on about prayer all the time. Like, I really do shift that heavy energy, aka demons, from people. Do you know? Yes, anything that's hanging around you that shouldn't be there, we shift it. I just won't always tell you the details because you don't need to know. Right, he possessed rule over the astral world, inhabiting spirits such as the jinn by the use of magical seals. It is said that he had the ability to control the wind, communicate with angels, and have psychic access to extremely magical information. Yeah, so basically, this definitely feels, and because it's king, right, two things. You could still be a female in this life, divine feminine or divine masculine, but I'd say probably a divine masculine because it feels like it's going to be for a newly awakening, or, it feels like that because we're the awakening crystal. But you could just be having a deeper awakening. You could be a female and you were a male in a past life, or you could be a male divine masculine and it's a bit, it's just take it however it resonates. I'm kind of more feeling that this is for a man, to be honest. That is what I'm feeling. But if you're a female and you really do feel it, then take that too. So just whatever. Where did we get to? The story of Solomon is one of the most religious and political sensitivity, but filtered with powerful lessons that capture the imagination and curiosity even today, from the way he ruled to the mysteries of magic that surrounded his reign. So, Solomon connects the heart in line with the divine, deepens emotional intelligence, and illuminates how we can manage great responsibilities placed upon us and become role models to others and in the greater world. Yeah, so I do feel that it's like this divine masculine, it's like, if this is you, it's like you're getting this feeling that you've got some greater sense of purpose in the world, to help others. It's kind of like what I say all the time, is all divine masculine energies, regardless of your gender, you've all went through something really challenging, and what you go through when you come out the other side, once you've healed enough from that, it's you help others with what you went through a lot of the time. It's not always that way, but most of the time that is, because that's what I help people with. Like I said, my gift is helping you find yours. And there's many people that watch here that that know that like we're talking years and years and years ago, Olive saw what you were going to be doing and it wasn't on your radar yet, and that's what fucking blight, it really blows my mind that a lot of people are actually doing that now. Like there's quite a theme, like there is definitely quite a theme. So right, so that gives hope for people. If you're going through a really rough time now, know that some people that tune in here, whether they silently lurk or they chat now and again, or some people chat a lot, some people were the same as you, going through that really, really dark time, and now they're through the darkest bit of it, and they're either on the path to helping others with that, or they're already doing it. It's normally a never-ending cycle. Like, I've been doing this, I've had crystal clear visions 9 years this year, and I've been doing spiritual work. I was doing it, under other aliases before that, and it's always evolving and changing and growing. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Solomon attunes the auric energy to highly spiritual levels and can open channels to link with ethereal beings, cosmic guidance, spiritual downloads, and information. Again, that's why I'm saying I feel this is a man that is getting loads of intense downloads. He charges psychic abilities and heightens energies of cosmic manifestation through the seals of protection and conjure. Solomon harmonizes subtle nervous energies and dispels static energy blocks from the mind. He passes on tokens of wisdom granted to him during his own reign, imparting sage, intuitive nudges when called upon. Solomon places important teachers on our path to meet and learn and guiding the mind to stay on track. He reminds us that we are the kings and queens of our lives and that we're determined will focus, charge, and drive, we can fulfill our divine purpose in life. And the quote is, naked a man comes from his mother's womb, and as he comes, he departs. He takes nothing from his labour, so that he can carry in his hand. I think there could be something about a mother here as well. There could be something about, I'm just getting that, so let's just see if that comes in it, just with all the stuff I was saying about. Right. Right, okay, so I don't know why this phone keeps locking it. I just changed the settings so that it didn't do that. You can feel like you're getting locked out of heaven for too long. That's, my phone keeps locking, and that just reminds me of that song. Feels like I've been, someone feels like they've been locked out of heaven by being away from you, but it's like they locked themselves out of heaven kind of vibe, and they're realising that. That's what I'm feeling. Right, so why this past life is important. Why is this past life important? Let's use these cards. Why is this past life important? Now, what's quite funny is this has got like people on it too. So if the same person comes out in some of these cards, that's going to be so cool. But why is this past life important of this King Solomon for whoever this is for? Or, you know, the energy similar to this. But again, it is that kind of energy of someone's feeling like they've got a big purpose to help a lot of people in the world. Wise decision and believe. So St. Hilligard of Bingen, or whatever that is, and the guardian angels are looking over you. Owl medicine could be working with you too. That's seeing in the dark. Again, I feel this person is beginning to see through the karmic energies they couldn't see before. And wise decision, that's interesting that the other card at the start was going on about someone's been in a place of making decisions. And oh wow, Jesus is working miracles with this person. Jesus is working closely with you as well, or your twin. And what else here? How can I heal something from that lifetime? So let's use these cards for this. Yeah, I'm not going to read the other one because I'll be here all night. So, how can I heal something from that lifetime? So let's see what comes out here, because these are the Atlantis cards. Again, I've had all these cards for years, and I just sometimes I'm not guided to use some of them. But it's time now. So, sound and music. So interesting. So how can I heal something? So sound and music, and oh my god, see what I mean? Everything means something. Remember when I said I like singing, and I feel this, whoever this is for, this person likes singing. So you could be a singer, your person could be a singer, or it doesn't need to be professional. Like, you could just like singing, you know what I mean? Like me. So sound and music. In Atlantis, the people loved harmonious music that kept their frequency high, provided inspiration, and opened up creativity. They built sound chambers in perfect geometric proportions for healing and balancing the chakras. This person could also be, like, you could be listening to binaural beats or sound healings, or people with healing frequencies in their voice, like that's what I've got. You know, this person's trying to balance their chakras with music basically, or just like listening to music that reminds them of you. Appropriate music was played in the teaching temple so that children's minds would be receptive to absorbing and assimilating information. They do that today, but in a dark way. In the halcyon times, I don't know how to say that, there was no rock or heavy metal, and no one needed to express disharmony or discord. Look at that, I didn't even know it was going to say that. Yeah, but it's a whole lot worse today, isn't it? There's the things that they're programming into some of these, like some of those like low frequency songs, like the do, you know what I mean? The tone is like literally the tone of hell. Anyway, instead they were attuned to the infinite. Like, what I mean is, if you don't know a lot about that, I know a lot of people will, that frequency is meant to depress you, and sometimes worse. It can program you to be depressed and a whole lot worse. I think you know what I'm saying. This is the card of harmony. Your guidance is to make sure that everything in your life is in balance and accord. Learn and teach in a relaxed way. It's also a reminder that beautiful music or chanting can change your mood and lift your spirits. Keep everything in harmony. So again, this, like I said, I'm going to say a male because I do feel it as this male, if this is you or your twin, is being guided to well, actually, it could even be somebody that actually, I don't know, plays an instrument, or that doesn't need to be relevant, but it's something like either you're using music to heal yourself, or this person could have some kind of talent with instruments, or it's like you or your person. But they're being guided to bring back the balance somehow. like bring back like in this connection. Right, okay, so yeah, see, I'm kind of whizzing through this bit quite quickly, so I might just do this. I'll just wing it every day. That's what I do. They just talk through me. Oh shit though, was that? Yeah, so that's how you can heal it. Yeah, that does make sense. A way that I can learn more about this past life. What cards will I use for that? Oh, so these were, before I shuffle these were ones that I cut the deck to as well. Wait for more information. So I think somebody's been in a place of they needed more information before they could move forward from either in the physical world, they were waiting for some kind of information, or from like God, from the divine, or whatever you call yours, and they're connecting with their emotions. So I feel, again, this is why I'm saying I feel it's a male that is now connecting with their emotions. That's what I'm feeling. But again, you can, if you're not a male, don't be butthurt and just make it be however. Right. That phone keeps locking. It's fucking annoying. I changed the settings. Why is it doing that? That's going to mean something to someone. I can't be arsed trying to work out what it means. Because really, you know, that's the thing. Like, sometimes I interpret it, but I don't always need to do that. It's whatever it means to you. A way that I can learn more about this past life. So a way that you can more... Oh no, wait a minute, I'm going to use this deck because I didn't use... Now, I've had these archetype cards for years, right? But I use them in personal sessions now and again, but I couldn't find them, and I just, yeah, it's the right time now, so it's... But they are good for identifying, like, well, archetypes, yeah, like people. So let's see. I don't know how it'll fit with this spread. It fitted with the other one I found, but... way that I can learn about this past life. Right, so I think this is going to say something about what kind of person you were in a past life. The other spread, actually, I might just take the question from the other ones were better. Let's see. No, I'll stick with this. It was something like, what was my weaknesses and my strengths? A way that I can learn more about this past life. Let's just see what comes out. Because this has got the light and the shadow side. Good for a Scorpio moon. Ah, shadow one, because it's upside down. Oh, alchemist, fucking hell. How crazy is that? Because I literally wrote in the written bit, I literally wrote in the written community tab earlier something about alchemist. I hashtagged alchemist, because that's what, to me, Scorpio energy is about. Like transmuting pain into power, which is what I'm all about because of my Scorpio rising conjunct my Pluto. It's but we've, like I said, we've all got it somewhere. So in a past life or this life, because remember, I feel this is coming through, because it's like the past life gifts that you had in that life could either be helping or hindering you, and that's why it's important and it's basically fun to get past life regressions, to find, to take the things that are helpful. Like, for instance, I'm getting the feeling that this was a king that had many gifts and used them for good, but just say that was a king that kind of abused his power or something, you know what I mean? So this is what I mean, like, you just don't know until you get into the session. So those of you will know that if you've ever had a past life regression with me or anyone else. So anyway, let's get down to nitty gritty. So, misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Right, so, oh, see how that fitted? Because that didn't say anything about him being like that. But it's, holy shit, man, that's really powerful. That's really clear. Oh, so like I say, I don't think too many people are going to admit to this in the comments, but if this is resonating, I feel this is for a man out there, right? That, whether this is you or your twin, but a man basically had these magical gifts, and like you heard what it said, right? Was a kind, gifted king with a queen that used it, and I feel it's like in this life, because I didn't say about that. It's like you've still got access to these gifts and intuition, but you could have used it in the wrong way. This is where, things like manipulation or misuse of power in some way. Again, so that's, like I said, shadowy cards, but the good news is, with this knowledge, if this connects, you can turn it around. Yeah, so this, I mean, to be honest, this really does feel like a male divine masculine that is waking up to how distorted they've been, basically. And you know, and this is, it's interesting because I mean I've caught loads of men over the past few years having, whether it's in public talking like this or private conversations where it's like, you know, people being like, you know, I've not always been a good guy, you know, I've got a bad past kind of thing. And it's like, you know, everybody's got parts of their life they're not proud of, and it's about the way you can move past that, definitely and definitely after a spiritual awakening, is by doing that deep inner work. And then you become the alchemist, you know, and that's why I think they got me to say, well, I know they got me to say, it's turning your pain into power, you know what I mean? Like, so say you've had struggled with addictions or something, or always falling for these toxic Jezebel women that, you know, use you and, you know, lure you in with sex magic and stuff, then, you know, you can turn that pain into, oh my God, look at what I just got led to when I said that. Sexual magic. I mean, sorry to laugh, but it just freaks me out. Where are those cards? You know, you can be somebody that actually helps other people, you know, like for not that shit not to happen. Transformation of base motives and goals and golden wisdom, right? Let's see what else comes out, just so that this, you can identify if this is you. And listen, if you are a man out there and this is resonating, please let me help you, damn it. If you resonate with me, because that's what I would love to work with more men. Right, so you've got a feminine side too. Yeah, look, that somebody's like misused their, that's so interesting because I found that card when I was tidying up too, and that went, oh my God, I can't believe it. I actually can't believe this. These were, you're, sorry, this is the most hilarious, I'm fucking gobs, right? Look at these 3 cards on the bottom. Basically, look, someone's been learning from their divine feminine, right? And they're a bit of a Don Juan character. Could be some type of engineer or different variations of that. We'll get into those cards in a minute, but basically, I don't care whether you believe me or not, right? Why would I fucking make that up, right? These were literally the 2 cards that I found when I was tidying up, and I put them back in the deck. That's blown my mind. Look how many cards are there. I don't even know how many cards are in this deck. Let's just see. I kind of want to know. It's a lot anyway. It's a lot. Anyway, I can't. There's just a lot, right? Wow. Okay. So, but they were in reverse too, and that's how I found them. Somebody has like used their gifts in not the best way. Right. So, manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits, destructive skills. But what it means is it's just, again, it's like where you could have used this for good, you've not done that yet, but I feel this person is going to. And then pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. And kind of like it almost feels like someone's, I don't know, it's like, feels like someone's been a bit of a know-it-all or something and they didn't really kind of know it all and they've been humbled. Yeah. Student, so humility, devotion, knowledge, openness, lifelong learning. But now this person, that's why it says, now this person is learning more about the spiritual journey and being a twin flame. Spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. I feel this this is so Scorpio, but I really do feel, see that sexual magic, right? I will go and get those cards too because that'll be interesting. But I do feel this is like a sexual healer, divine masculine, once they've healed from whatever difficult experiences they've had. Because look, so this person's, you could be healing in solitude, or this is your person. Also, 13's goddess, divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is healing this divine masculine. Using power, romantic attraction for private agendas. This is what I feel somebody has been in because it was like programmed into you. And then ability to give creative and energy. Wait a minute. Ability to give creative energy, a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Yeah, so they were upright. So again, that can just identify. But again, I feel that's because I said recently, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Oh shit, I think that's what it says on one of the upcoming shorts. Anyway, so that's just some of the things. Slaves on the bottom there too. So this has come up before, that there could have been a bit of a slave dynamic. You know, like you could have been a slave to your twin flame in a past life or something, or they were to you. I'm a slave for you, and someone's a bit of a psychic detective, Scorpio energy. That's like me. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society and oneself. Yeah, you could be a bit of a, you know what I mean? I go undercover quite a lot. It's just, like I said, I enjoy it as well. I can hide in plain sight. It's just hilarious. I mean, that's what shamans do, but anyway. So, one day you'll know a little bit more about what that means, right? So, or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll never know what that means. Right, so, how I can incorporate previous lessons to my current life. Well, I feel I've already kind of covered that, you know what I mean? Just wherever somebody is recognising that you've taken these spiritual gifts and, well, basically it feels like you've not utilised it, really. Or if you have, you've used, like, it's almost like a guy using their intuition to get somebody into bed. But I don't feel, but if they're a Don Juan, it's no like, you know, going to bed forever with the same person. It's like for that night and moving on to the next. It's quite funny, really. And it's like a lot of, yeah, it's a common story. But again, it's like, what is good here is it feels like somebody's like, I don't want to be like that, or I don't want to be associated as being like that. So it's important you don't see your person like that too. Is like that's important too. You know, visualize them in their highest form. Like if this is your masculine, like visualize them being this powerful, but not in a overpit, like, you know, a powerful king energy, divine masculine energy, protecting you, protecting the people, using their gifts for good. That's really deep, isn't it? But that's what came through. Your masculine, I mean, that could look like some people's masculine as well. You could have like dark hair, dark eyes. You could have like a wee beard going on. Some of the guys on these cards are really quite hot, I'm just saying. I mean, some of the women are too, but some of the men are particularly hot. So, how can I incorporate previous lessons to my current life? So, how can they do that? Give us a card from here. I'm just going to say, how can this man incorporate previous lessons to his current life? And if you're a woman that resonates with it, then change it. Oh, that's interesting. I said the women, because that's the female energy. The moon is the feminine. Take note of intuitive messages. Oh my god, I fucking love this already, guys. I fucking love it already. I love it. See, I like to change things up because my moon conjuncts Uranus, and it's like, which is about expect unexpected. That really fits with what I've already channeled. That it's like the way that you can change it up if this is you, or this is what your person's been guided to do, is. And remember at the start I said about my ears. See, that's why that happened, why I had water in my ears. This person wasn't listening to their intuition before, and they weren't using it for good. They don't necessarily need to have been using it for anything really dark, but it's like they were really, really operating in their shadow, is what I'm getting. Player energy, and also that, you know, I have to say, when I got drawn to the mother quote in that book, it's almost that feeling of like mothers that, and you know, I'm channeling really strongly when I say mother, because I would say mum. It's like a mother figure that is like not wanted to lose their son, so it's like that benefits them for their son to stay in that Don Juan player kind of energy, so that it's like, you know, their heart only belongs to their mum kind of thing. I know that kind of sounds weird, but that is a thing. It kind of sounds very Freud or something. Whereas if this king was to find their queen in this life, like their divine feminine, like that would be a threat to the mother. And that's what I mean about, like, that doesn't mean the mum's evil or saying mothers are like that. It just means that the mother's got some huge codependency issues and unhealed shadow parts that really need therapy, really, or, you know, go to a proper shaman, or, you know, to if the mother, if this is this, whoever this resonates with, if the mother was to realise that and go and seek support for it, there'd be hope. Otherwise, that's the kind of person that would just keep trying to keep this guy being like that. And then that's when, like, the kind of men that wake up, like, later on in life and their mum's long gone and they've lost the love of their life, and yeah, they realise they were manipulated. Oh, yeah, that's a bit dark. Wait a minute. See, because I said that, can we shuffle in? There's, I don't know, because I've not used these cards for ages, but there are. It's quite interesting because whenever I'd had readings over the years and people had used these, like the ones that always come out for me are that one, the Avengers card, the Detective, Angel, Goddess, what's another one? I don't know. I'll see if it comes out, but it's so funny because I'm like, fucking hell, that really is all my energies. So they're really specific, these cards. Yeah, can you tell us I'm sure there is like some kind of, can you tell us a wee bit about that? Because that's what I was getting. It's like there doesn't, I'm not feeling like a romantic connection here. It's like, it is like a karmic family thing. And it doesn't, yeah, that's, anyway, so what have we got here? And it, oh my god, look at that, when I just said that, out of all the cards, and oh my god, and I said that too, that, right, so, inability to commit to a path once found. Again, I feel that's this masculine, ignored their intuition, but, and again, I feel it was encouraged by a mother figure. It doesn't need to be an actual mother. I suppose it could be like a grandmother, if, you know, if someone was close to a grandmother and it was, and they were encouraging them, or close females around them. Voyeurism, falsifying information. Wait a minute, actually, this could be that fear of facing your own demons. Fucking hell, actually, I think this is the mother energy. Whatever that female energy is. Look, because it's like, they all came out reverse, you see. So it's like, I feel the mother, like, was like wanting to keep this son around. And they could have lied to keep the, or kind of like, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I don't know why the mother, but there's something about a mother lying or something. And it's from fear of facing their own demons that they kept, like they didn't heal their own shadow part, so they've kept this guy back. Sorry if you are that guy, because this would be quite triggering, but fuck's sake, that's what they're getting me to deliver. Right, let's just ask again, can you tell us about whoever this is connecting with, because this has actually turned out to be quite an important message. They're all important messages, you know me, it's quite heavy. Tell us about this, whether it's a mother or a female figure. Can you tell us a wee bit more, and then it'll... So it actually feels like, you know, for weirdly, because it was a detective card, it feels like the mother might be quite good at finding out things too. But then, because it's in reverse, like, they twist what they find out. That shit, bang it. They're saying bang on, ding, ding, ding. That's what it is. A mother's found something out and they've twisted. And I don't know why they're now pulling me at the Toblerone I love you over there. It could be that this mother's had a way of finding out that, like, the mother could, like, go into... See, this is so weird. I wouldn't say mother, but that's what I say when I'm channeling it. This mother figure, whoever it is in someone's life, could actually, like, they could be gifted themselves, right? Like, that's what I would call, like, a dark high priest. Like, someone could use readings and psychics and cards themselves, or they could be that, or they've had that from someone and they've found out that this masculine, that's what it feels like, this masculine has a true love or divine feminine, and they either held it back, which, like I say all the time, that's just as bad as lying about it in that pit, like holding back, they withheld information, or they've actually distorted, I don't know, there's something like that. Fuck, that's really specific, but that's how I get it when my Pluto hits. Shit, yep, trickster. And this is one where you make up your own, so I'll just put that back just now, but trickster leapt out. Manipulating others through duplicity. I know it kind of fell upright, but let's just, I need to look at what that means. Wait a minute, actually, I can look in the book. That would be easier. Yeah. I knew, see, I just... Definitely the right time to be using these again. Right. Oh my god, look, mother. I'll shuffle one more time, and if mother comes out, I'm going to scream, but I mean... Shapeshifter. Someone's mum, like, puts on a show for people, and they're doing stuff behind the scenes that isn't very nice. Plays dubious jokes or tricks, makes fun, and is made for... I feel it's like one of the mums that could be really quite nasty, like quite gossipy, and I feel this person maybe doesn't even really like it, but it's like their mum, you know what I mean? Like a bit of a gossip energy, that's what I'm getting. can either be a deceiver who tricks others out of something they're entitled to. Yeah, that, I'm sorry, but this, whoever that mother figure is, they've tricked somebody out of something that they were meant to have. Or a helper or messenger of the divine. Well, I don't think it's a fucking helper, is it? Shadow trickster takes pleasure in misleading or upsetting others. Look for a lifetime pattern either of creating havoc or liberating by transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behaviour. But this person, yeah, has a lifetime pattern of, and that's why I say it's very, you know, I mean, unless that mother figure wants to heal her shadow, they're kind of unlikely to change. I have seen it though. I've helped people that are older people that haven't got the best habits and traits from whatever, and they've moved through it. But that's because they came to me and they wanted the help, you know what I mean? But if you're not wanting help, someone's not going to change, are they? High priest. This divine masculine, if this is you, is a high priest. But this female figure has wanted to cut. It's like they wanted to cut this masculine off at the upper chakras. Could be gaslit quite a lot. You know what I mean? Take note of your intuitive messages, but it's like that's what and it's just so interesting that the moon is the mother too far. I'm shuffling these once more because that's fascinating me. But like you said, it's sad for whoever is resonating with that. Let's hope tomorrow's one's a bit lighter, but this is what Pluto conjunct the moon in Scorpio conjunct my Pluto's. Didn't I? Fucking hell. I even said that at the start. The secrets are coming out. This is dark secrets. Why my soul is pulling me to learn more about past lives. Well, I feel it's to liberate somebody. Remember I titled a video that once? I liberate the oppressed, because it was on that film. And that's why I'm the Avenger card in this deck, as well as the Detective Upright, I might add. Before I go into that question though, tell us, is there anything else we need to know about? I feel we've learned enough about the mother, but I just want to see if the mother card, is there anything else you want to tell us about this mother figure, or whoever that is, a female around somebody that's heavily influencing them? Again, you never know, it could be somebody that's like a mother at your work or something. I've known people like that I've worked with, you know what I mean, that people just listen to too much and they gossip and shit like that. I don't know. Tell us something about whoever that is, though, so that the person watching knows it's theirs. Interesting that card keeps, what's behind it? Oh, I'm just going to take them out. I mean, I think that's for ones for me to write on it myself, but or it's like the person doesn't want, the person's soul doesn't want me to be getting this out. My crown chakra's going wild, by the way. I feel whoever's going to find this, whenever it is, they find it. I think it's quite a hard pill to swallow, but if it, you know, don't make it resonate if it's not yours. And you could be, messages could be coming in for you, because as you just heard, my friends is just text me there. So, or it could be about divine messages coming into this masculine. They're now listening, and I feel it's because of the healing a feminine's been given the masculine. They're now listening. They're now listening, and they're now connected to that high priest and that king energy. But tell us something about the mother figure that's basically, I'm going to say the karmic energy that's trying to stop them. Student. I just felt quite instantly quite sad, right? Because it did come out upright. It's like, and look, it's below mother. It's like, it did come from quite a codependent place in this mum. Like, they just didn't want to lose their son. They didn't want to lose their son for some reason. Maybe they're on their own, or maybe there's not the best of relationships with the dad or something, or you just never know. Different for different people, but forgive them for they know not what they do kind of feeling, right? What else about this mother? Well, that's a bit harsh. Fucking hell. I mean, I did say 50 Shades of Grey. They took me quite literally there. So I'm going to assume this isn't literal, but you know, you can see what it says. I don't know if I should even be I mean, again, I'm not going to be one of those people, oh, I don't know if I should even be shown this, and it's like, you know, but anyway. Accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, this is like a codependent mother figure or female figure who they could even like ask quite a lot of their son or something. What else? I mean, there's a lot more I could say about that, but I'm not going there. It's like, you know what I mean? It could be somebody that just never grew up themselves out of, wasn't a one-man kind of woman, or I don't know. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. Hoarding money, emotions, obsessing, fear of losing your wealth. Yeah, look, so although it came up right, like, look, I feel like, because that's got, look, a woman surrounded in money. It's like this mum just kind of, I think, that says it all. Bully. It's like, sorry to say, but it's like somebody that's it's like this mum's quite a narcissistic mother, but I feel they've had that too. And I'd just like to step out of this energy now, it's quite heavy. Conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Yeah, I feel this is like this mum. Thief. I mean, what the fuck? And there's father as well. Don't tell me it's a mother and a father. Look. Dictatorial control, abuse of authority, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, other powers you think you lack. Oh fuck, I don't know. Someone's father could be a thief. I mean, that just, or it could be like energy thief. But fucking it, let's just set right out of that, because that all got really heavy. So, definitely praying for whoever's resonating with that. Why my soul is pulling me to learn more about my past life. So I don't think we need to. I would say for whoever this is for, it's because they're not in the best of situations. And I feel like I want to use a Kali card. So I'm calling on my Kali energy to, what do we need to know here? What is my soul pulling me to learn more about? Why? Well, because of this. Because someone's, oh fuck's sake, they're so long. 2 jumped out. And I want to pull one of these, and then I'm going to, and I feel that's really relevant. Recovery, reconciliation, moving on, healing, forgiveness, the worst is over. I feel someone's already went through this. Somebody's already, they're either found it out already, or they're in the process of realising they've been manipulated and controlled. But it's like, they could have even, you know, there could have even been some kind of forgiveness going on and healing and moving on and creating boundaries. Or it's like, either way, the worst is over here. Or it will be soon if you're in it and your light doesn't feel like it. But give us an Akashic card. And I can reply to my pal. What my soul is pulling me to learn. Why my soul is pulling me to learn more about past lives. But like I said, it feels to me because it's like to liberate you. So I feel this person could have come across stuff about narcissist and codependency. Again, this is what it feels like, somebody that's either coming across my channel newly, or you've been subscribed and it's enlightened to you, this kind of stuff, and then it's, unfortunately, it's one of them horrible things where you're like, oh my god, you know, what the fuck. 5 of Roses, the Garden, oh my god, it's that card again. Queen of Forces, like, someone's divine feminine energy, healing, this divine feminine healing herself, this guy's queen, healing themselves. Balancing her own masculine and feminine energy has led this masculine to do the same, and that's why they're more empowered and spotting the, you know, the harsh energy around them. Right. When hope is lost, oh, already it makes sense. When hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kali's love will find a way. If the path does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how you can move from where you are to where you want to be, Kali's wisdom and grace will manifest at the perfect time to provide what is needed. Powerful. In unusually challenging situations, the ways we have supported ourselves during more ordinary times are insufficient. We need to be open to divine inspiration, protection, proceeding in new ways. Here is a portent of unexpected success. Even if everything appears to be going against you, the tide shall turn through more divine grace. Yeah, and it will, if you're this divine masculine, it will when you utilise your gifts and you listen to your intuition about the next steps. And I feel this is about when these two people come together, this is like a powerful, like I said, oh my god, look, they're both wearing crowns. They both actually literally look like, they look like twins. Like, they look like actual, like, right. I'm done, guys. I've just said they look like twins, right? Twin flames, but they do actually look like twins, brother, sister. But I just said they look like twins, and it was literally just hit 144. And the thing is, because this is on my phone, it will be that for you too. When it's on the laptop, whenever I say that, you'll be like, what? No, it's not, because I start the thing before I record it. But, wow, before I stream it rather. But wow, that's crazy. They're both wearing a this is what I've been told, that this was what was going to, like, my own guides and God have told me this, and it's come up in personal readings over the years. I'm going to be tapping into some majorly powerful, and I just said that at 14441, majorly powerful twin flame pairings. And this can make sense in more than just one couple, but it's like this feminine has healed her masculine, but you can see what's been brought to light is really pretty ugly. And look, I think this is the innocence of the inner child connection too. Look, yeah, the Akashic Records is revealing all. And I feel this feminine's been connected to like the elementals and fairies and angels and stuff since a child. Like, and then shit, was that in the fucking hell? I started off this video by saying that I was like connected to things from a child. So yeah, that's why they got me to say that, because it's whoever's going to connect with this is going to be similar. Or there's literally a spirit baby wanting to come in because it's like a little baby sitting in a field. Uriel and the Sphinx, that reminds me of the Never-Ending Story, sort of feeling like, you know, the Archangel Uriel's working very close to this masculine to clear the way, clearing the way of the karma. Oh my god. Right, so where's the book to that? Oh, I don't, maybe they're giving me a night off from reading. I don't know where the book is to that. It's kicking about though. What was I feeling? Because I just said that about clearing. There is Saint Germain's the clearing karma. I mean, that's who obviously I work with every day. But let's just see if that is a clearing karma card. It's not Saint Germain, but it is Ascension. This divine masculine's ascending. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. I mean, I don't think we need another one. What's on the bottom? Horus. Cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are incoming. Yeah, miraculous changes are that this masculine can now see that they've been under manipulation and control. And they're moving into their true self and their power. And they're ascending, you're ascending, your twins ascending, and they're rising above the darkness and knowing their true power. I think, I'm not being funny, but I think that's the thumbnail. And I can't find the book, so they obviously don't want me to read it. So like I said, pretty heavy reading, but very powerful as well. And look out for whoever this is. It's definitely powerful. Right. Like, comment, subscribe, book your own, but you can have your own personal reading where I can do this if you want. That's in the and because this has now been nearly 2 hours, I would book the £90 one. £90 one. No, it's more than that. Book the 90-minute one. But I have got the sessions, the £99 sessions, which that was meant to end today. But if anybody does book that, what day's today? Yeah, if somebody books it tomorrow, like Friday or over the weekend, I'll let you have it. But that goes away Sunday. I'll extend it till Sunday because I just said that. Like I could do, so basically what I'm saying is, oh fuck it, you know what, it is more to do the 90-minute, but I would actually, yeah, if you want me to do this for you, you could have it for 99 as well. And it'll be like at least a 90-minute deep dive into whatever. But apart from that, I'm going to get going because I've been standing here for ages and that was pretty heavy, so I'm going to save the energy. But yes, praying for this connection. Like I said, there's a lot of dark stuff going on here, but I really do feel with the innocence of this connection, which, remember, that came up quite a few times on the live there when I was doing it, but it's the innocence of this connection is actually been healing this masculine, and you've basically, I mean, this is so interesting because this is like so like deep, but I mean, this is so Scorpio Moon, but like you've helped this masculine ascend, and I just feel this is so strongly in the collective now. Like, I'm not going to be surprised when I basically come off here and find similar messages. So amazing. That's why I like to just not watch any until very late at night after I've done it myself and see if there's similar going on, but crazy, there's something going on, guys. It's exciting, but like I said, if this is your story, pray for your person, or just yeah, be kind to yourself, because this feels rough. Winged mess. There's that card again. Look, dove, the God and Jesus are helping this masculine. Might be seeing birds as signs. Like, I feel that's about like a meeting, a date coming up with twin flames. Right, I'm ending it here. See you later.